Warning: some viewers might find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. I got 1,000 stories I can tell you, but 1,000,000 stories I cannot. These are the stories that I can tell you, from the people that made it out. Real stories, real people, real talk, concrete conversation. Cesar, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. You have a very unique story. First off, all due respect, I would like to say we're not glorifying anything that's being going on right now. We're basically, I'm allowing this man to give him a platform so he can tell this story almost as a cautionary tale in a sense. I think it can help some people out there and definitely give them some type of knowledge on certain things. This man has been through a lot, literally hell in life. And it's a truly tragic tale that stems back from a very young child. So with all due respect to the people out there, viewer, advisory is in effect. If you have young kids, they probably shouldn't be watching this. And I appreciate that. Okay, so Cesar, let's go back to the beginning. As a child, what was it like growing up?
There was a lot of dirt. There was a lot of violence. Everything was nothing like you would see on the television. A lot of things that I think I have saw. People would probably kill themselves.
What was your upbringing like as far as with your mother and father?
My father was a borracho. It's a drum. He'd stick his dick in everything that he could. Just so happened that my mother was working that night. And then I was born with a prostitute mother and a drunk father. There was no family. There was no grandmothers. Happy Christmas.
So you didn't have like a very obviously good upbringing as far as in money in the household.
Nothing. We lived on a dirt floor. Mm-hmm.
Can you remember a time or an actual story when you was younger? I remember you telling me before that when you reach a certain age, you ran away from home.
I was 10 years old. There wasn't nothing more for me. Get beaten every night, or have to watch my mother have sex with men in the same room. And then, even she would try to make a deal with them to say, you can have my son for a couple hours, and you pay me this amount of money. So, I grew up for a long time. I didn't want to be touched by anybody. Even now, 75 years old. And I still have it. I can still see it. Nights, even in the daytime. But I ran away, and neighborhood kids. I was just so young and vulnerable. So it was easy to manipulate, because they showed me a type of family that I never seen before, never had. It was unheard of.
And you was homeless at the time when you ran away, correct?
Yeah, steal trash cans. Maybe the guy at the taco stand would give me something at the end of the night before he gives it to the dogs.
And when you met these boys, how did they bring you into this certain organization?
Food, place to live, and just like a bed,
And there was a bunch of you guys in the same room? Was it like a big house area? What was it like?
They had a lot of places that was abandoned. Some people just take it over. You fight for it, so they leave you alone. I started off as a lookout. They said, you want to eat and sleep here, so you're going to work for it. No problem.
So you would watch out. What kind of entities would you watch out for? Like what kind of people?
We would watch out for enemies from other neighborhoods or from other organizations. We watched for them. I let them know they were coming. Stay on top of the houses or the little buildings for 10, 12 hours a day.
Wow.
Just to get a chulo, you know?
Yeah.
And it was bloody. It was very bloody.
So I remember when we talked before that you had an incident that happened in the housing that you was in with one of the boys. Can you indulge that as much as you possibly would want to?
Without being so disrespectful, but I'm so old and I'm gonna die, you know. Kids are nasty.
Yeah.
They're nasty. They don't do what they're told. They do what they see.
Yeah.
And there was a certain boy that liked to play with other boys against their will.
Yeah.
So there was a couple nights where, you know, he would either take you or he would reel you in with food or,
Yeah.
you know, even a comic book, a magazine. He got me. He took it. Then I murdered him for it. First time I've ever seen somebody die by my hand. It was a old rusty butter knife that was shaved to a point. That's all I had. I couldn't take it no more. So, while he was getting his sleep, I put him to sleep forever.
Yeah. And how do you feel that affected you as a child?
I didn't even know what a child was. I just knew I was little. Everything was... I didn't see nothing that a child would do. I would just see other kids with their mother and father.
Yeah.
And be jealous.
Yeah.
Because I needed a mother and father. But they didn't need me.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Wasn't your fault.
So as you rose into this, did you get disciplined in any forth and fashion from this certain organization because of what you did to one of these boys? Or was it almost like a badge of honor in a sense?
It was almost overnight.
Yeah.
Because when the big shot, or the guy that ran the house, said who did it, I was the first one to jump up and say I fucking did it.
Yeah. Was there any reprimanding over that situation or?
Just why?
Yeah.
When you're older, you do more things.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you do less things. Just so you can stick around.
Yeah.
And if you stick around long enough, you get put in better positions.
Yeah.
More dangerous, but better. At 11 years old, I was already sticking people up.
Yeah.
I was already going on those rides. And, it didn't mean nothing to me. Nothing. I thought that's how the world worked.
That's all you ever known.
Everything.
Yeah.
I didn't see really the United States. I think I was maybe 18.
Yeah.
And by that time, I could have been known as a 45-year-old man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stay alive.
True.
We pray.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, of course.
we pray now.
Yeah.
I got a really big talk with our Lord. I'm going to hell. There's no doubt about it. I only wanted to say anything because I'd never said it before.
Yeah.
I have no children. I got a sister. That's why I want everything blocked out. I don't want to bring shame upon her.
Or any other repercussions in any shape or form, right?
She was born just like how I was born.
Yeah.
Same mother. We found each other. I was 24, 25. Always took care of them. I think that's the only things I ever cared about.
Yeah.
It's my sister and her kids.
And as you grew up into this organization, what is some certain things that they would have you do as you became older?
Murder.
Yeah.
Murder. That's how you keep things in order.
And at the time, was it hard for you to deal with these certain things? Or like you said before, was it just the way the world was for you?
I didn't care about nothing. As long as I had food in my belly, money in my pocket. Sometimes you get a little thing to sniff.
Yeah.
I've been to 1,000 parties. Just always the guy in the back waiting for the next order.
Yeah.
Soldier. Soldado.
Did you indulge in anything as far as in, obviously when you were younger, trafficking in any short term with organization as well?
I mean, 15 years old. You get put on the trucks. Load them up.
Yeah.
Take the ride. Go to your calling. Come back. Do it again.
Yeah.
You get caught up.
Was you paid well for this situation, or was it just amenable ways to just keep getting by as a child?
Depends on how much the load is.
Yeah.
More people on the load, less money.
Yeah.
2-person load. You're good. Make some money. You do it yourself. Take all the risk.
Yeah. And how were you when you start taking your own risks as far as in moving certain, weight back then?
I think about 16 and a half years old. I was doing it on my own. Go over to the spots. They used to take little wooden boxes. See, back in those days, la marijuana,
Say.
the good reefer, they would pack it in little wooden boxes with kind of like a stick.
Yeah.
That's where you got the old Mexican brick weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pack it all over the place. We'd hide it everywhere. You get caught. They just send you back.
Yeah.
They don't care. You have money, they'll take it.
Yeah.
Jails back then, you can get out as fast as you got in, depending on what you're doing.
And you discussed to me earlier that when you was 18, that you went to prison for murder, actually. Can you tell me a little bit about that situation and how you got wrapped up and how you got caught?
A guy decided that he wanted to go and start taxing the buses. That's a no. We control those. Little stands, little buses,
Yeah.
some storefronts. If you had a factory there and it's doing well, we're going to come and see you.
Yeah.
So, when somebody tries to move in on your territory, you give them a warning. If they don't want to take the warning, then you take their life. He got me. He jabbed me right in my shoulder with his filero. So I pulled out the oldest .32 revolver I've ever seen in my life. I didn't think it would work. I shot him in the face. Shot him multiple times while he was down. Police came. Really, nobody said nothing.
Yeah.
But I was the only one that looked like a gangbanger. They took me no contest. Didn't have the money to make it go away.
And how long did you spend in prison for that actual murder at the time? I know this was a long time ago.
Well, before I seen the United States, I was 18 years old. I went on a run that went over the border.
Yeah.
And I seen paradise for a few hours. I wanted to stay. Just wanted to jump off the truck and just leave.
Yeah.
And go live somewhere. Didn't care if it was on the street. Something will find me. I'll make my way. Even if I had to kill my own way through anything. But I didn't go. I got back on the truck. Came back. Got caught up.
And how many years did you spend in the Mexico prison?
I got there, I was 18. I got out, I was 25 years old. Prison there is not like prisons here where they keep you caged like animals.
Yeah.
It's even worse. You're not just caged like an animal. You're caged like a processed animal.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen how they do the chickens and the cows?
In one big area. And how was it hard for you in prison at the time, or was it just almost like another way of life for you?
It was just not seeing very many women a lot. That's it. I was connected. I've had my orders. I had people. We ran everything. Our side we ran. The other side we don't see. They keep us kind of separated.
So did you have access to certain things on the outside, on the inside, from the people you were connected with?
Anything. I could have a woman every weekend.
Yeah.
I could have children come in and bring me food.
Yeah.
Woman. Anything. I had a sawed-off shotgun in my bunk.
Yeah.
With one shell.
Yeah.
If I ever wanted to leave, I knew I need more than one shell.
Yeah. Can you explain a certain situation that happened in there? I know it was a long time ago, but I remember when we talked before, you mentioned this story about there was a riot that took place that you was a part of at the time. And you mentioned that there was a lot of people that lost their lives in this riot that you were a part of as a young man.
I wouldn't say it was a riot against the people that ran the prison because they took orders from us.
Yeah, you get a little close to them. Yeah.
It was a riot between the people that didn't follow our rule.
Yeah.
And they lost their lives.
You told me it was almost like a slaughter, you said.
I've never been in a war. I can only tell you about war that I've seen on these streets.
Yeah.
Inside that pinta. But the smell.
Yeah.
If you ever want to smell death, it was that moment in time.
And how many people lost their lives during this quote-unquote war at the time?
Hundreds.
Yeah. Wow.
Some of them wouldn't go down very easy.
Yeah.
Fighting for their lives. Mop handles, bricks. I've seen their faces get smashed in with cinder blocks and stabbed throat with mop handles and homemade weapons. It was evil. I didn't even think that there was a God because he would let all this happen.
Yeah.
It was evil.
And obviously you being such a young man too, like you said, this was your world. So this is something that you've been a part of for quite some time. So it's just what you're used to in a sense, correct?
I thought it was normal.
Yeah. So as you got out of prison, you tell me about this escapade that transpired when you got out of prison. These people wanted you to do a certain act that took place to be like to hurt children. And you wouldn't, that's what you said, you wouldn't do it.
I don't want no. I can have anybody's blood on my hands. But for a woman or a child, I don't know. Just against it.
Yeah.
You have to have something inside of you that you can't be controlled on.
And some of these people turned on you in a sense, correct?
They turned on me, they called me a coward.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't shoot a 16-month-old baby in the face.
And what exactly happened to these people at the time that quote unquote tried to go against you? And how old were you at the time? You said you was late 20s. I don't remember the exact time.
Might have been 28, 29. Then throughout those years, it never stopped.
Yeah. Now, did you always continue in with the trafficking and stuff to make money, or was there other means to money? I mean, was there ever a change in you to actually try to make a different way?
You can make money off of fear. If they're afraid, the anticipation for them to do something or get something done to them is 10 times worse than even you doing it.
Yeah. It's like their own mind controls them.
And I had all intentions of doing everything that I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
But not your babies.
Yeah.
Not your wife. Just stay out of my way.
And have you, since then, obviously this was a while ago, but did you ever marry or have children or anything like that? Never married? Never no children? Wow.
My nieces and nephews are like my children.
Do you see them often?
No.
Yeah.
After everything, I wouldn't even want them to have a memory, because then they'll start looking and finding things out to hate me for.
And I remember when we talked before, you told me why you wanted to tell this actual story to people. I'd like for you to tell me that again, if you could, please. Why you wanted this story to come out and what do you want people to take from this actual story?
If I didn't say anything today, I would have never said anything.
Yeah.
Be not even a memory.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Could be a month from now, 6 months from now, but I'm going to die. And I'm going to take my place in hell, probably where I belong.
Yeah. Can you remember of any time in your life, maybe being an older gentleman, possibly on the ranch you told me about, where you ever felt any type of happiness at all?
I like to walk in the fields.
Yeah.
That's it. And I got a pocket watch from an old lady that needed some money. I gave her a few $100. I didn't want nothing from her.
Yeah.
But she gave me a pocket watch. I had that for a lot of years. The one that you have to wind up.
Yeah. I remember them.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what love is. Never had it. Everything that I've ever done that was physical with a woman was just for one night.
Yeah.
Or they were sent over and we'd party, drink, smoke, coke, whatever.
Yeah. Now, you did mention before when we talked earlier that there was a certain thing that happened that made you kind of want to switch up in a sense. To explain everybody, before I talked to this man before we actually got on the podcast for quite some time to get to know his story. And once again, this is a cautionary story to people out there. This man just wants to be on the platform to tell his actual story. And it's a crazy story. But you told me one time you told me about the drug wars. Yeah.
Very bloody.
You told me that you was shot 8 times during this actual war that took place that you was a part of. Can you elaborate a little bit on that situation of when you got shot?
I was in the truck. And when things happen like that, it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Like what do they call it? The people that dance out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's how it was. It could be somebody pushing a shopping cart, dressed like a homeless. Anybody. They could be walking with kids, their wife, and then turn on you.
Yeah.
I got shot waiting in the truck from the front. I was sitting in the back, and they got my, when I turned, when I heard the shot, I got it all up my leg, and then 2 in my stomach.
Yeah.
The worst thing was my leg. Now I really don't walk very good no more.
Yeah.
I haven't ran. Plus, I'm an old man now.
Yeah.
I haven't ran in a long time.
And you told me about the retaliation that took place. You told me that you actually, during these wars, that you actually found some of these people that had turned on you. And you told me after you healed, you found out where they was. How did that take place?
At first, I didn't want no more. I thought my luck was running out.
Yeah.
But there was a constant voice in my head to say that if I was to not do nothing, I was going to regret it because they might come back, finish the job.
Yeah.
I didn't give them a chance. They turned on me because evil people do evil things.
Yeah.
You get in front of that, evil things happen to you. If there ever was somebody to say that there was a hero, he would never get the proper respect that he should get, because the hero where I come from is a rat.
Yeah. So it's almost like you had to be evil while being a part of this certain world, or you wouldn't get the proper respect that others would.
You have to rule with your iron fist. You have to make them believe when you close your fist that all of their people, everything that they love can be destroyed.
Yeah. Wow.
I found them, and they tried to burn me with bullets, so I burned them with fire.
Yeah.
One by one, I watched them all.
You mentioned before that after all this evil, as you say, that's taken place over your time, that there was one point in time that stands out the most to you, and that's when you said that you thought about killing yourself, and there's something that stopped you to doing that. What was that actual time in that moment, if you can tell me, please?
I had money. I had anything that anybody would ever want, but it didn't ever mean anything.
Yeah.
It was just fed. And now I became fed up, because if this is going to be for the rest of your life, you might as well go out. I sat there and contemplated a few hours, couple bottles, put it to my head, and click. So put it to my head again, click. I took the clip out of the gun, and it was full. I looked in the chamber, there was one. I put it in the air, pulled, fired, and it went off. So I thought it was an angel.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but I didn't know if God even would give me a second look from everything. So from that day, it was over.
Yeah.
I stashed a lot of money away to be peaceful. I sent a lot of money to my sister. She lives peaceful. When all done, my sister knows where to get the rest of it so she can live a great life.
Yeah.
I don't want to be buried. Just burn me where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I want my sister to keep the ashes and do whatever she wants with it. But don't ever tell the children nothing. He was just an old man.
Yeah. Unbelievable story. You spoke about these angels that you said when the gun kept jamming. You told me of another time that you thought you might have seen something like that in a sense. Can you elaborate on that, please?
In my life, I did a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking. I still drink now. Something felt like it was trying to pull me. away from all of this. If I do make it to heaven, I'll be put to work fighting demons.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like I'm fighting myself.
And as you can, if you had the opportunity to go back and talk to your younger self, to the younger version of yourself, and if you could sit him down, what would you do to help him so he wouldn't have to go on this certain road? What advice would you give him?
I wouldn't tell him nothing.
Yeah.
I would have died a long time ago if somebody would have gave me faith.
Because obviously in that world you have to be a certain entity.
I don't even call it a world. It's a hole.
Yeah.
That you gotta climb out of. If you're a little gangster out there.
Yeah.
Hey man, mi vida loca. Those 3 dots that you put on your hand were everywhere. That means 3 things. Not just your crazy life. It means the jail cell, the hospital, or the morgue.
Yeah.
That's where you're going. Keep it up, homeboy. You'll get there. Be worse, you get your whole family killed.
Yeah.
Just because you want to go out there and be a gangster. I see them little guys on the corners. I can see them. I can see their hand movements. To me, it's sloppy. But what do I know about today?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to die. You want to do something right with your life? You better pick up a book and read it.
Yeah.
Do something. Work on cars. Everybody wants that lavish life, but that's the devil telling you that he's gonna come for you one day and take your soul.
Yeah. Oh. I was going to ask you too, what advice would you give a young person out there, but you kind of just elaborated on that completely. You've definitely had an amazing story, things you've been through. It's wild. I was reluctant to take this interview because, to tell you the truth, this is a little bit different. I asked you before, but others that you would try to reach out to in a sense that would, yeah.
Bethel, turn your fucking phone off.
Yeah, when you basically, have you reached out to other people of this story to try to tell this story in a sense? You told me there was a little drawback from other people and other podcasts. Can you explain why do you think that was?
They don't want to reach out to the big and famous. I wanted to reach out to somebody that really wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the views or the respect. I could care less about anybody else's life.
Yeah.
I could care less. I don't know you. I don't love you. That means I don't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I die tomorrow, at least I got something like this off my chest.
And you told me that you've been following me for a little bit. You actually told me that you caught wind of the actual film. Yeah. You told me that it reminded you of a story. A little similar when you read up about it, you told me. I appreciate you showing interest in that too. I really do.
You see a lot when you're inside of a lifestyle. You see a lot. The things I always felt bad for was the children.
Yeah.
The girls.
Yeah.
Very pretty girl I knew. Her father he was the guy.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman that she just fell in love with, and he wasn't nobody, but he had a heart.
Yeah.
And she fell in love with what he did.
That's amazing.
He was an artist, but in the movie I seen him was a guitar player.
Yeah.
But this guy was an artist, and all they had to do was draw her picture.
Yeah.
Or a letter. He won her heart.
And you knew these people?
I didn't know. I knew of them.
Yeah.
But they fell to bad things.
Yeah.
Not only did the boy get murdered, he was murdered in front of the one he loved by her father.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Nothing that she could do.
Yeah.
So then you see her years later, and she looked horrible.
Yeah.
There wasn't no more life. So I feel that if you want to really live, and you got to be willing to fight for it.
Yeah. I agree.
Hope I see it before I go.
I hope you do too. I do. I really hope you do too. Man, I'd love to, we're looking to have a premiere soon. I'll definitely try to keep in touch.
I wouldn't be there.
It'd be amazing if you could.
I'd come and see the movie.
Yeah.
But it'd be on my time.
Yeah, no, I understand. I do understand. So I appreciate your story. I appreciate your time. This is an amazing thing. I feel it's a cautionary story, obviously, that can possibly help a young man out there or a young woman out there that's going down a certain path. You see and you hear this man talking and you hear what he's saying. Obviously, I can hear pain in there still. But I appreciate you being here. If you have any last words that you'd like to tell anybody, possibly helping words to anybody out there that's living a certain type of life and going down a certain path, if you would, please.
There's two paths in life that you can take. One is a really narrow path that's jagged and it's glass filled, and the other path is huge and it's really easy to walk on. Choose the narrow path.
Yeah.
Stay close to God, because when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
You're just dust and bones. You want to live a real life, love something.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I appreciate your time. It's a pleasure to actually meet you and talk with you finally, because I know it's been a minute. Definitely thank you. This is it's been an amazing story, and I appreciate you being honest and transparent with me. I definitely do. You have done checked out Concrete Conversation. I'm your host, John Villanueva, and we're out here like we stole something. Till next time. I got 1,000 stories I can tell you, but 1,000,000 stories I cannot. These are the stories that I can tell you from the people that made it out. Real stories, real people, real talk. Concrete Conversation.